Hello lovelies, I'm back. It's been a minute since I did a video, so I apologize for that. But I was going to do today a video about all of my foundations. If any of you know me, you know that I have this foundation like addiction, and even though I have 7 of them, I always find a reason to like buy another one. It's been Nope, it hasn't been that long since I bought my last one because I bought my last one like 2 weeks ago. So what I did was I got all of my foundations together. This is not to include tinted moisturizers because that's a whole different video that I have an idea for. So stay tuned for that. But I'm going to go down the list of all of the foundations that I currently own, from my favorite to my least favorite. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started. I went over this in my beauty staples video, but this is my #1 favorite foundation, and I think it always will be unless some kind of miracle happens otherwise. This is the Guerlain Lingerie Depot, and it is amazing. It has a dewy finish, full to medium coverage, depending on how much you layer it. It is buildable, so that's awesome, and it has SPF 20. Oh, what's going on? Okay. My video just messed up, so hopefully that wasn't too crazy. But it has SPF 20 for fair-skinned people like me. Everyone should be wearing SPF, but it's built in this one, so it's very nice. I'm not going to spend too much longer talking about it because I ranted about it in my last video. My second in the lineup is my newest addiction. It's the Chanel Vitalumiere Aqua Cream Compact. Let me just show you how it looks. Opens up. Chanel, of course, classy, as always. It comes with a sponge. Obviously, mine's well used with my little thumb swat. And then it opens up into here. And I've only had this for like 3 weeks, and I've already hit pan on it. That's how obsessed I am with it. It's actually what I'm wearing right now. It, like the Guerlain, has a dewy finish, and it's just great. It's medium coverage, but you can take I don't know if any of you are familiar with cream foundation. I have some redness in like this part of my cheek right here, so I can just take it and blot it as opposed to wiping it on, and that just helps the coverage kind of build, and it doesn't streak and it doesn't leave little sponge marks. It's amazing. I was a little bit nervous to venture into the cream foundation world because I'm a liquid gal, but I did it. Of course, Chanel came through for me again. It's just amazing. So I'm going to move on with the Chanel theme and go on to this one. Hold on, it's a little bit messy. Oh well. This is the Chanel Perfection Lumiere, and it is a fuller coverage than the Vitalumiere Aqua liquid foundation they have. It's a little bit, tiny bit more matte finish, but it's longer lasting and it's a fuller coverage. I really love this foundation. I can just show you the container. As you can see, Perfection Lumiere. It's backwards, so that's fine. And it's just amazing. I love it, with the exception of the pump. The Guerlain has a pump too, but what are you gonna do? It's just great. It's like a satin finish. It's halfway in between matte and dewy. Living on an island, on a tropical island though, everything ends up turning into a dewy finish anyway, so whatever. The next one, this was my standard go-to, always in my makeup bag before I found the Guerlain. I apologize for the glare that's happening right now. I don't know how to avoid that. But this is the Dior Nude Dior Skin. I don't know, it's just their standard Dior Skin Nude foundation. Like Dior always has, it has beautiful packaging with the CD on top, everything. These are obviously well used, just I'm not trying to impress you with how well I maintain my packaging of my foundations. And you'll have to excuse my unmanicured hands also. But anyways, Dior Skin Nude, it is a more dewy finish. It is medium coverage if you're having kind of a light makeup day. My only complaint is my shade that I usually use is now becoming a little bit too dark for me. I don't know how that's happening since I moved on to a tropical island recently, But yeah, and it does oxidize just a little. So you have to kind of account for that when you're picking out your shade. But it is a quality foundation. I love the finish. And like I said, it was my go-to, always have it around before I found the Guerlain. Moving on. This is another Chanel buy. I obviously went through a Chanel phase, don't judge me. This is the Vital Lumiere Aqua. This is what really got me hooked on Chanel. It's a moisturizing, light coverage, dewy finish, and it's amazing. It smells so good. The other Chanel that I showed you also, the Perfection Lumiere, this one, they both smell amazing. It's like they're made out of perfume, but it's not like a harsh smell. I have heard people say that if their skin is sensitive to fragrance in products, that they haven't been able to use Chanel products for that reason, but I'm very fortunate in that I don't have skin that's sensitive to that kind of stuff, so I just lay it right on. This one's good for like a light, like if I was to create an ideal situation to wear this foundation, since it is a lighter coverage, I would wear it like to brunch on Sunday along with like a very basic eye makeup and a like pretty pink lip. But it is light coverage. So if you're just looking for something quick, it's almost like a tinted moisturizer type product. And you do have to shake it. It has, I don't know if you can hear, but it has little beads in it that shake it up because it does separate. But other than that, I love it. I love Chanel, obviously. This is one that I bought before there were even any reviews on it because I was so excited for this line to come out. It's the Marc Jacobs Genius Gel Foundation. I think that's what it's called. Let me look. Yeah, Genius Gel Foundation. And I saw a really impressive video review of it when I ordered it, and it was like the only review out there at the time. And so, I don't know, I guess I expected a lot, but the packaging, I can tell you, Marc Jacobs is one of my favorite designers. This will be forgiven just because he's my favorite. But this foundation, it comes in this really cute frosted glass bottle with this cute lid and the silver band in between. I do wish it was better. It oxidizes a lot. I think it might be oil-free, that might be why. But it just wasn't, I wasn't impressed. It has medium coverage, so maybe if your skin is very oily, it could work better for you, but my skin is pretty neutral, and it tends to be more dry, if anything, so I don't know, it just wasn't, it's not a match made in heaven for me. My color was a pretty good match with the exception of the oxidation factor, so I'm not. Did I say that right? Oxidation? Never mind. Forget I tried to use that word. And my last one, I hate to say, is the Hourglass Illusion Tinted Moisturizer. They call it a tinted moisturizer, but it's so thick. I don't know how they consider this a tinted moisturizer. It is, I went into Sephora. The reason I got this is because I went into a Sephora and I asked the woman for a color match of the YSL Touche Éclat foundation, which I've been like eyeballing forever. I don't know why I haven't pulled the trigger on it, but I went in there asking for a color match on it, and they told me that they were out of the YSL foundations, but that they could color match me for one that's just like it. So I don't know if you've used the Skin ID color matching system at Sephora. They put in all my stuff. They took the little photo sample of my skin or whatever. It was all this like machines and whatever. So they came up, this is the closest thing apparently to that YSL foundation. And I put it on, and it has an illuminating kind of finish, but I don't know if my demo will be effective on my laptop computer, or laptop camera. But I'm just going to put like a dollop. You see, it's so thick, and then you rub it in, and it's just pretty meh. And then when it dries, or when you finish it with a finishing powder, it turns, yeah, this is not an effective demo, but it goes on smooth, It smells decent. It has high SPF. It has an SPF of, well, not that high, SPF of 15. But when it finally dries or you set it with powder, if you're in the direct sunlight, it has these tiny little like micro sparkles in it. And it's really annoying. And it looks more orange than it started out looking when you're in the direct sunlight. It just isn't impressive to me. It's not worth the money that I paid or the hype that it's getting online. I don't know why. It just was a little bit of a flop for me. I don't run to it first thing. I have had days where I feel like, kind of using something different, so I do use it. But ultimately, I kind of wish that I had returned it when I was still able to, when I lived somewhere with a Sephora close by. But that's all 7 of the foundations that I currently own. I can post links in the video for where to purchase these things, or post links for reviews of them. I'm still deciding what I want to do for that. But if you have any questions about any of them or would like to know any further information, you can always comment, or direct message me on Facebook. But that's everything I have for today, and I appreciate you watching. Thank you.